I've made $10,000 trading the S&P 500 futures over the last 2 days. Here's exactly how I did it and how you can do it as well. So first things first, here's my broker statement from yesterday. I made $6,250 after fees, paid $57 in fees, $6,100 or like $6,200, give or take. And then today I made $4,317. So I've made $10,000 in the last 48 hours trading the S&P 500 futures. Let's talk about the setups. So first things first, you guys have probably not seen any trade recap videos from me for a little bit. Reason behind that is I just haven't been taking any trades. Last week, I didn't see anything that I liked at all. Last week was a pretty choppy week. We were just in this range and I didn't see anything, so I didn't take any trades. And today, I saw something. And yesterday, I saw something. So that is the power of being patient. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was getting a little antsy. I had that feeling, I had that pressure of like, okay, people are gonna want a trade recap, you're gonna have to post up some content. So I was feeling a little bit emotional and I wanted to not follow my plan, not follow my system and just put on a trade, but I didn't. I respected my discipline, I respected my plan, and it turned out quite well. So let's talk about yesterday's trade first. Yesterday's trade was one of my favorite setups to take. I'm gonna make sure my zone is marked out perfectly here. There we go. So I mark out the New York Open, which is the 8 a.m. candle right here. This is different from the stock market open. The stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the New York Open. So this is when the Forex market opens for New York. This is when people are very active trading ES, SPY, S&P 500, whatever you want to call it. So what I did is I waited for a break, right? I waited for a break to the downside, and I like to take the setup after 9:30. So I waited for a break to the downside. We got that. Once we got the break, I was looking for a retest. Now, we as in the Discord, we were getting super antsy right here. We were all wanting to enter, but we didn't get the retest. So I made sure people didn't enter. I was like, guys, no, follow your damn plan. We finally got that damn retest, and then I took my shorts right there. I got out of my shorts right at this London low, which we actually ended up bouncing perfectly off of, which doesn't surprise me because, we're using liquidity, which is what actually moves the market. So yeah, so I took that trade, caught about 15 points there, and I made I made $6,192 off of that. So that was yesterday's trade. Nice break and retest, great to get back in the game. And now we're going to talk about today's trade. So today's trade was also a break and retest, but it was a break and retest to the upside. The one thing that I want you guys to understand is break and retest to the upside and to the downside is pretty much the same thing. It's just this. To the upside, we're looking for this, right? Break above, retest to continue moving up. So break, retest, continue moving up. For the downside, it's the same thing, just down. So break, retest, and then continue moving in the direction that it broke out to. So in today's trade, we had a break to the upside, and then we had a retest. And I actually want to go a little bit deeper into today's trade and just show you guys exactly how I waited for confirmation and really why I entered and when I entered. So I actually did not, let me delete this, this is confusing now. I didn't enter until I got a little bit of confirmation. Reason being is we already had that earlier retest, and oftentimes when we have a retest that has already played out earlier in the day, the second retest won't be as strong. So I was waiting to make sure that wasn't the case. And what I did is I said to myself, okay, if buyers can hold price above this midpoint, I am going to be bullish and I am going to enter the trade. So I waited and buyers were able to hold price above this midpoint. I saw a lot of buying pressure coming in here. Volume was increasing. I was very confident the price was going to continue to move up. It did. I entered my long right there with my stop right there. Got out of this trade right here for about a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, making $4,300 on that trade, in that trade for about 7 minutes. Left right there. Glad that I left that trade. We did end up running a lot throughout the rest of the day. Sometimes I'll try to catch these bigger moves, but a lot of times I just like scalping. So really big on just, trading with whatever style works for you. If you guys are swing traders, then swing trade. If you're a scalper, if you're a scalper like myself, then scalp, right? Do what works for you. Trading's hard. Trading can be super, super hard. And the thing that I want you guys to really understand is trading is very different from your 9-to-5 job. When I was working a 9-to-5 job, which was about 5 years ago, I was a busboy. So I would clean tables, and then eventually I got promoted to a food runner, promoted as if me making an extra $3 an hour was going to change my life, but you guys get the idea. So I would be paid the exact same amount per hour whether I went in the bathroom and watched TikTok videos or whether I, was the best employee ever. So I was paid directly from my time. I was not paid for my value. I was not paid for my decision. I was not paid for anything but my time. Now, trading is the complete opposite. You obviously have to work. You have to, learn how to trade. So I'm not saying you can just put on a trade and make money. But what I am saying is that I am paid by my decisions. So when I wake up, I work for 2 to 3 hours. If my decisions are right, which they usually are, that's why I'm a profitable trader, I make money. If my decision's wrong, I don't make money. So for this means that we have to focus a lot on our mental health. We have to focus a lot on our confidence and on our ability to execute, and most importantly, on having a really good strategy. The problem that so many of you guys face, and this is the number one problem that I see beginners face, is they're using 5 different strategies. You guys are watching me, right? Which I love. Thank you for watching. But then you go watch somebody else. You watch just one of these other influencers. And I'm not hating on these guys, but what I am hating on is unprofitability. And the number one reason that you guys are unprofitable is because you guys are using 5 different strategies. Stop. Please just stop. You guys, it's not going to work. You have to use one strategy. Whether it's mine, I would recommend you to use mine. If you're watching me, you like who I am, you like what I preach, you like what I do, use my strategy, guys. It works, right? It doesn't just work for me. It works for my entire community of people. It works for everybody in my coaching program. It works for my Instagram followers who, some of them are not even in my premium community. They just watch my videos and it works for them, right? I have people message me hey bro, I just made $5,000 today using your strategy. If you have a strategy that is profitable, you have already solved 90% of the equation, because you're going to have much more confidence because you're actually going to make money. The reason you guys don't have confidence is because your strategy sucks. If your strategy sucks and you're not making any money, how are you going to be confident? You're not, right? It's just as simple as that. So the few things that you guys need to have, one is a profitable strategy. That's the biggest thing. If you don't have a profitable strategy, I can't even talk about the next thing. But once you do have your profitable strategy, the second thing you need is a good mindset, right? You need to make sure that you are executing on the strategy. You need to make sure that you are having confidence behind your trades. This will come with time. This will also come with having a strategy that you actually know is profitable. The reason that I'm pushing this strategy point home so much is because it's almost like a car. If I'm trying to go somewhere and my car is broken, my engine's flaming, it's not going to be a good trip, right? If your strategy doesn't work, it's not going to work. But if you're driving a nice car, it could be a very simple car, it could be a nice Toyota, right? Could have a lot of miles on it, but as long as it's reliable and as long as it works, you're going to have confidence that you're going to get to your journey. So you guys are going to have confidence that you're going to be able to get to your journey, and you're going to get to your journey with a profitable strategy. Without a profitable strategy, you're screwed. And if you're using 5 different strategies, you're even more screwed. So sit with that, implement it. And just to show you guys that I am not the only one who makes money with this strategy, I want to show you guys something real quick. So if I go in the profits chat, this is the place in our Discord where people post the money that they're making off of our trades. Everybody with a gold name is in the premium community. So yesterday, right? You can see he caught that break and retest. He caught that break and retest. This is literally the exact trade that I showed you guys. AJ caught that break and retest to the downside. Remember yesterday we were talking about the break and retest to the downside. Caught that break and retest to the downside. Bam, same exact trade. DJ caught that as well. So did Pearson. Literally the same trade that I showed you guys. We'll go back and look at it, but this is the same exact trade. Kyle Warren, I love it, man. Kyle's been crushing it. Made $2,000 on the 13th, made $2,300 yesterday. This is still yesterday, damn. Benny made some money as well. JJ caught that break and retest as well. Boom. Kush Pusher, which is obviously not his real name, it's just his Discord name. He made some money as well, right? And we're all using the same exact strategy. We're all trading the break and retest. It works. I'm not showing this to flex on you guys. I'm showing this to prove to you that what I'm saying actually works, not just for me. You guys know that it works for me. You can watch all my YouTube videos. You can watch my Instagram videos. There's no confusion there. But if you're wondering if it works for other people, it does. This is today. AJ caught that break and retest. So did Cody. So did Benny. Right? He caught that as well. So did EZ. Great break and retest. Cass said, didn't blink all day, but made $1,500. And yeah, guys, it doesn't just work for me. If it just worked for me, I would not be on here so confident about this. And you guys can see, like, this is literally the setup that I just showed you guys. It was this down to this 5,000 or this 5,903 level, like same exact trades that I just showed you guys. So if you are interested in joining the premium community, you can join using the link in the description of this video. If you're not, no worries at all. Just wanted to put that out there. And yeah, guys, that's a trade recap on how I made $10,000 in the last 48 hours and some gems on how to actually become profitable. Because all the people that you see that are making money, they all have access to my strategy. They have access to profitable trades every single day. That's why they're making money. You don't have access to profitable information, right? That's why you're not making money. And I'm not trying to be mean, but that's the truth of it. That's how this thing works, right? Like, there's a reason that communities and that people want to follow other people to learn how to trade. You cannot learn how to trade if you don't know what is profitable, right? Like, the reason that I'm profitable because I learned from somebody who was already profitable, and then people become profitable because they learn. Like, that's how it works. It's not just like you are randomly putting on trades and you're going to become a millionaire. So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. Do a little trade recap, and I'll talk to you all soon. Peace out. Thanks for watching.